Man, I hate to cut the fan off for this one, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to hear me correctly. All right, so I am up in the morning. I know I'm not supposed to do videos on Sunday, but just doing one update, and that's it. And it's still wrong, but I'm still doing an update. I just want to get this out of the way. I pray, I want to ask the Lord if it's okay. And like I said, not supposed to do it on Sunday, but still. I just want to get this part done right here, and then I'll move on from there. We're not doing anything else today, just an update. All right, people. We are going to be making some changes downstairs. Now, this is, yes, my workshop, but I need to display a big screen down here. We had the 180 inch, which is nice and all, but we're going to do a 235.1 at 178 inches. Now, the one upstairs, I figured we got another screen we can put upstairs too, because in the gamer room, I still have a really big wall in there. So we're going to put two screens up. One's going to be down here. We measured it. We got the size where we can put it in. The other one's going to be upstairs. So I'm going to buy two of these projectors, because this projector, I got it for $100. If this projector does exactly what it's supposed to do when it gets down here, I wouldn't be surprised, because it doesn't have like a lot of the heavy bells and whistles. Usually if you get a projector too cheap, a lot of heavy bells and whistles, there's something going to be wrong in there somewhere along the line. Sometimes there isn't, sometimes there isn't, but the chances go a little higher up, because it has more bells and whistles. So basically the projector we're getting has an XGA, which I don't concerned about, because my projector in the next room is 600 by 800 res. You see what that thing looks like. It looks amazing. It's a gamer in the next room at 127 inches. That's why we put that projector in there, because it's going to bring out all the color, contrast, and everything we need from that projector. So 600 by 800, we could do easy down here with no problem. So an XGA is nothing. So that's easy. That's an improvement over the projector we have upstairs for us. So that's why we do the 600 by 800. We do the XGA, the WXGA projectors, because it shows our customers at the end of the day that they don't have to settle for spending money for expensive machines. They can just go out and get themselves a $100 projector, $150, $60 projector, as long as it's name brand, and still get an amazing image. So we're going to take that $100 projector, and we're going to do an the 42 professional. We're going to coat this wall. So right now, my measurements, I'm exactly the length of 178 inches. I got to be at 164 in order to get it. We literally landed it from one end to the next, so that's good. The height of the screen is 70 inches. We got that easily. We have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to get some basement paint, because that's what we need. And we're going to basically paint the top area from here to here, because we don't need that there. And we're going to tape the strip to the bottom, and then we're going to paint the screen in. I might just going to paint the whole freaking thing white and then paint back over top of it, because that'd be a better demonstration to do. So that's what we're going to do. So this screen's going to be sprayed in. So we're going to spray in a 235.1. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Mind you, my wall over here is heavy stucco, so you know that. It's a heavy stucco wall. That's what we're going to do. Upstairs, we're going to do, let's see, the gamer room, I'm changing back to white. I want it all bone white in there. We already have a dark room. I got two dark rooms. I got a dedicated theater room in one room, and then we got the gamer room, which I have in there with the motorized projection screen. So I'm going to basically remove everything out of that room, convert that room into bone white. That's what I want. I want everything in there bone white, except for the ceiling. Keep my ceiling in black because it's a projection screen. And then we're going to paint on the wall, the larger wall, a 235.1. I think I can get, let's see, the wall, it's 150. Probably either 138. Can we get 100? We can do a customized 148. As long as it's within that number of the 48 range. So I'm gonna do a customized 235 and 148 for that. No, I forgot. We can't do the 148 because the motorized projection screen is sitting there on the side of the wall, and it takes a couple inches off. So it'll be at 138 at 235.1. You know what? The wall's black anyway. We can do two screens at the same time, because that projector does 235.1, 16.9, 16.10, 4.3. So what we could do, we can just basically just coat the entire wall. Oh no, but I want, that doesn't look right. I want that whole slick look to it. Ah, crap. Now I'm stuck with that freaking dilemma going off in my head all day. No. We can put the 235.1 right there. We just put a screen that hangs down, put an acoustic screen and put that in. So we can attach the acoustic screen to the wall like we have upstairs. That will give us 150 inches. That will allow us to do 16.9, 16.10. Then we can remove that off because it has hooks attached to it. And underneath of it, we can have the 235.1. Ha! Problem solved. That's what we're going to do. We're going to install 2 screens. So we're going to take the acoustics. Now, the acoustic I have upstairs, I don't even have to hang that to a frame. That's literally attached to the wall with 4 screws. That's it. That's what we're going to do upstairs. We're going to do 2 screen setup. So the acoustic, I'm going to coat it absolute black. No, I'm going to coat a gamer. I want a gamer up there. I'm going to coat a gamer. We're going to attach that to 4 screws to the wall like we have upstairs. No frame. We don't need it at all. We just hang it that way. And then when we're done with it, we take it off and we get 235 underneath. Bam! That works. That'll definitely work. All right. So 70 inches. Let me see. 70 inches. We got no markers down there, do we? We got the name down in the bottom. 70 inches. I gotta be 8 feet. I gotta be 8 feet, 4 inches from my screen to achieve that. We got that already. We're back 15, 16 feet here somewhere. So here. What you up there doing, Taco? Going crazy, hear that running back and forth? That's Taco, literally in the morning. That's him. Running through the house at 100 miles an hour. That's him. That's him. Battle mode. He's in battle mode. Yeah, we got it. 70 inches. I want to miss the pipes. I don't want to hit the pipes. Definitely don't want to do the pipes. So we'll have, and then we got to change out the floor, which I got this stuff on the floor already. I'm going to change the floor out, so I'm going to put the white mats down here, get everything vacuumed today, clean everything out. I'm not going to do that Monday. Get everything vacuumed, change everything out of here, dust the entire place down. It's good dusting, it's good cleaning, the vacuum, mopping, the whole 9 yards, everything. And then we're going to install in, I don't need big speakers. We already got a nice setup in here already. Yeah, I might put another sound bar. Sound bar is cheaper. I only paid like 120 bucks for them. So yeah, I'm just gonna drop one right there and put the sub over here on this side. And that's it. So where the sugar container's at on the corner, that's how high the screen's gonna be up past the floor. So I dropped the measuring tape on it and measured it from there. So that's how high up. That's about the height of a sound bar. So we can drop a sound bar right there. Or I can do a customized sound bar and build it myself and make it the length of the screen, which would be pretty cool. Or this is gonna be nice on YouTube and Instagram. Our Instagram page is blowing up. Thank you so much for support. Those who've been supporting us over there, thank you so much. For those who've been supporting us for YouTube, thank you so much. Now, people are thinking on YouTube that we're gonna leave YouTube and go drop over to Instagram. We just posted one of our customers, a fellow named Hector, does a lot of videos for us. As a matter of fact, we got some stuff we got to ship over to him for free too on top of that. We posted him last night. We got a lot of nice response from that one. I told you, people are not used to seeing black screens, number one. They're not used to seeing it. Number two, they're not used to seeing screens generate in that time of the day. When you got a screen that can generate that well, that crystal clear in time of the day, people are used to seeing white screens outside, washing out, fading. That's what they're used to. Demonstrations in the dark, they're used to seeing it. That's the normal for them. When you see people inside the dark with ultra short throws and all that stuff, people are used to seeing that. They're not used to seeing demonstrations like ours where I can walk back and forth on a 150-inch screen on a $60 projector. And I can show screens in the next room, can walk and show them off the ceiling, bouncing off the floor. They're not used to seeing that. That's why I cannot wait. We got 2 storefronts right now. One I'm working with right now, I'm working on I don't know if I gotta go back and I gotta rewrite the contract because there's some stuff they want to add in there. But they're going to advertise 3 of our screens now. So they want a screen for the glass, which we're going to develop for advertising. They want a 150-inch in the back, a movie screen in the back. I'm going to tell you what the project's for. And they want another plexiglass screen, wallpaper plexiglass screen for advertising. That's what they're asking for. And they're going to advertise us in their commercials. They're going to advertise us on anytime we have anything. They're going to advertise. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And the beautiful thing about it, they want another contract from us because They know that once we display through the glass, that's a whole district of businesses up there. They're going to want to know where did they get it from, such and such and so. You know, people talk. Where'd you get this from? So and so and so. That's the whole point of our technology being up there. So they want a contract to be able to distribute for us too. They want a distributorship contract. So that is fantastic. We're going to get 2 contracts out of that one. God is good. And despite the devil, and we know what the devil is. I hate to call people the devil, but if you allow the devil to use you, that's what you become at the end of the day. Despite the people trying to tear down what we do because they're so angry and so upset, it doesn't work. Again, I keep explaining to you, before that little demon starts whispering into your ear, God knows what the demon's going to do before you know what the demon's going to do. So all that stuff on the door. You're not going to basically do anything at the end of the day. We see them pop on our Instagram account carrying on and acting out. They just get blocked and we just remove them. That's basically about it. But no one's listening to you at all. No one is listening to you. Just put that out there. You and the devil. No one's listening to you. You get no victories over here. So rant and carry on. Get angry all you want. And again, this is the last person needs to be talking about somebody using camera tricks. What I've seen in the last couple of days, well, not in the last couple of days, what we have been seeing, darkened demonstrations, and as we all know now, that environment, well, everybody should have known that from the door. You should have known that. There's no way in the world those apartment units are that dark. No way in the world. That's virtually impossible. They're all well lit in there. And every video he's done from here on in, that's all been staged because, again, the environments are never that dark in those apartments. I looked at the blueprints for that apartment unit. Yeah, I know exactly how bright those units are. You know, you can basically rent in that section, you know. You can go to the real estate and you can look at that. Yeah, virtual tour. I know exactly square footage of that place from the door, and I know exactly from the door exactly how much light when they basically advertise. No. They do not look like that. Sorry. That area is staged to make the screen look like that. I would like to see that a demonstration and the natural lighting of that environment. That's what I want to see. That's what I would like to see. So the last person needs to be talking about bells and whistles and people hiding things. I want to see a video in the natural lighting of that apartment. That's what I want to see. The same thing that customer displayed. That's what I want to see. So, yeah, we use natural lighting. And in my place, this is all the lighting we have in here. This is all the lighting we use. Nothing changes. The same videos day in and day out. Basically the same lighting. We don't darken the environment. We don't put any little lights in the corners and all that stuff. No, I want to see how that screen really reacts, besides the other guy did the pictures, and real actual lighting. Because I've already seen what those apartments look like. Seen the bathrooms, the kitchens, the whole 9 yards. I've seen it all. Yeah, they're not that dark at all, period. All right, I'm gonna remove this whole stand section right here. I'm gonna get rid of that, definitely from there. All right, went to center speakers and the bottom, All right, so we got the room for it. And if you notice, if you look at the product description, and we have a list of new screen paints that are coming out. Mind you, not only am I designing these for the website, but these are products that are going to be designed for offline also too, because I told you before we're expanding to offline with stores and stuff like that for advertising and stuff like that. So that's something else we're doing. I forgot to put the legendary unicorn in there. She has to be in there too. So I got to go back in and put that in there too, because we got the legendary unicorn for the female gamers and stuff like that. So we got Taco upstairs right now. All right, so 235.1 for here. I wonder how, let me see, 8 feet 4 inches. We're gonna get 8 feet 4 inches. That's 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet 4 inches. Oh, that's not bad. So we got to be back 8 feet 4 inches. This is how far back we're going to be from the screen in order to do a 235.1 at 178 inches. That's it. All right, that's cool. So now I got the measurements. We have the shop cleaned up in here somewhat. Just mop that on the trash. Everything stinks. I'm gonna do this just like I can. You gotta be, people get bothered by it, you gotta be honest in the front. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's not my money, it's your money at the end of the day. Well, not my customers. My customers know it's a product when they see it. But if people are gonna go around accusing people of using special effects to make their products look good, and they're the main ones doing that nonsense, yeah, they need to be outed for it. And there is no way in the world that environment should be that dark. Not ever. So I know for a fact that that environment is staged. It's definitely staged. It's always staged. Usually when we run into those demonstrations, they're always staged. Environments are never as bright as they claim them to be. All right, so we have our sides there. What are we getting upstairs? The good thing about this is I don't have to build any, because at first I thought I was going to have to build this thing, but I don't have to build anything at all because we're painting this directly to the wall. So let me see. I need to go into my menu here and pull up. Post another one of Hector's demonstrations to the sub. Don't do that. Wow! Wow! Somebody out there? Somebody out there? Is out there? All right, let me see. Nobody knows it. All right, let me see. Measurements, we are, let me see, 170 inches. Upstairs, 5 feet away from the screen, I say 5 feet. 5 feet. If we do 5 feet, 5 feet, 8 inches, 121, 20 that. 6 feet. 138 138, I gotta be 6 feet 6 inches from the screen. That's what we need for upstairs. You bring your measuring tape? No, we did not. I knew I had it somewhere. We couldn't figure out exactly where the file was. That's your address right there. I need to send that to the attorneys on Monday. We got new attorneys. They specialize in something else. We had to change our attorneys. I was trying to figure out where the freak was the address at. This is it right here. This is the address. That's it. Yeah, because this is the page we wanted to. Yep, that's the address right there. That's the tracker. So bottom line is, long story short, off topic, I got a friend of mine, he's an expert in basically finding stuff. And we had to do a confirm. Like I said, the address popped up by accident. We didn't even know it even existed there at all, period. I just happened to be in Facebook. Yeah, we got it right there. He even got the apartment number, everything. But as I said before, we have had multiple addresses come here, and none of them were actually matching. We were on the businesses and post office and weird establishments. They just weren't adding up. So this guy was going in and basically changing out his addresses as he was shipping his stuff. I'm afraid to put his address in. But anyway, yeah, that's definitely it. But yeah, so anyway, as we were on Facebook, I'm always searching around for other companies, what they're doing, if there's anybody developing black technology, always looking for something. And somebody popped up with with a couple of screenshots of his screen, and it was an address next to it. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, who the freak posts an address? Another ticked off customer. As you can see by the ones I showed you, by the people that were making memes of them and They were just going in on him because, again, his product doesn't work. Like that one fellow was ticked off because his product matched the basement paint. That's got to be pretty upsetting when your entire basement is painted in a paint that literally is the same thing as the paint you just purchased. And apparently they didn't get their money back because that's why they went into those videos, those rants they went into over what he did. So whatever he did to this fellow, this guy posted his address. So what happened was when we went in, this is a file from the tracker. We went in and before I spent to pay this guy his money, because this guy, he's not exactly cheap at the end of the day, to pay him his money, we had to be 100% sure this was his address. So in a conversation with him on his website, we sent over his address. We didn't say anything, we just sent it over to see what his reaction was going to be. And the first thing he responded back by saying, we got it all recorded, so you can see it. He said that, oh, I'm going to contact Facebook, YouTube, and have your account removed and all this other nonsense. People don't act like that if the address is fake. They don't. Usually they'll say it's, yes, an old address. I used to live there, such and so, blah, blah, blah. That's what they'll say. But they will never come off like that. So that's how we knew it was his address. But we had to be 100% sure it was his address. So what we did was we posted the video where we found the address. And sure enough, what did he do? He went running into that room where that guy had the post. And I guess he had talked to him. We went back in there and checked, and the address is now missing. It's not in there anymore. So if you said that's not true, we actually have a video of us actually recording. That was the whole bait to see whether or not that was your address or not. If you would go in there and basically have it removed, which he did. He went in there, talked to the fellow. We talked to him too, as my friend showed some pictures of our technology, liked them. But anyway, went in there and talked to the fellow. Well, we didn't talk to him. He went there and talked to the fellow. And the pictures were removed. So we went back in to check the account. The pictures weren't there anymore. Why would you have something removed if you didn't live there? You did live there. So that's why we hired the tracker. The tracker had to figure out what apartment you were in. That's what he found you. That's what we have right there. That's going to the attorneys on Tuesday, not Monday, but Tuesday. So the law firm that we got has a branch in California, which makes it much easier. This is your address. Now, I'm a nice person, like I said. I couldn't care less if you post my address. I sent you my address over 18 times. I couldn't care less. I'm not a coward at the end of the day. You, on the other hand, you and the other guy are definitely cowards. Because we got offered you free paint, you couldn't even put your address in for free paint. Yeah, they talk a lot of smack, they can't back it up, that's the problem. I told you we had your information. But I don't post your stuff, I don't do that. That's not the kind of person I'm at the end of the day. Let me see. We need to, off camera, we're gonna do a search. I wanna go through your apartment complex. I'm gonna pull these apartments up. We saw what they look like on the inside. They're not what you're perceiving, what you're seeing. They're not like that. They're actually much, much brighter. It's a lot of light in these apartments, a lot of light, which clearly shows that he's going in, he's basically darkening the environment to make the product look good, to make it look like his apartment's always been that way. No, off camera, your apartment is very, very bright. That's just a trick, smoke and mirrors you're using. We should have used that yesterday. All right, let me turn this to the side because I don't want y'all to see his information. Put you guys over there. Ah, you can see my screen fired. I keep forgetting I keep leaving that thing on. That's my screen in the next room. I wake up in the morning with that screen on. Here, you guys can stand right here and you can check out my screen in the next room. That's the 600 by 800 SVGA projector sitting over there, displaying outer space while the sun comes out. I need to go I thought so. That's exactly what it was. I need a copy of that right there. Here we go. We have no pens up here. We never have any pens here. Really, this is the area we work at. We have no pens. Now, oh, I'll take this here. Jaime. For some reason, I thought it was Jamie, but it's spelled different. Okay, that's good to know. Jaime. That's what it is. We know it's Fernando Gonzalez. We definitely know that. I told you I'm getting this wrapped up real soon. I got some things I got to take care of. I got some business to do. This is off topic. And I just remembered that when I was up here, we need to get his information over to the attorney so we can start getting this thing started. Because we've been dragging on this for too long. We got enough on him anyway. Yeah, I need to find that address. You know where to serve it at. Lucky man that I'm in my 50s and I handle things a different way. I'm not 20 anymore. All right, let's go have a look. We'll run it through. See what we got going on here. Yeah, and some technical stuff at the end of the day. Copyrights, paranoid, and acting up. We got no common sense. I'm going to take a look. But I'm going to do some units they have up here. All in. Okay. Now, I know for a fact that there's two other ones that want to stay hitting too, but don't worry, my tracker is good. He'll find you. He'll definitely find you. He'll be getting served also too. Funny, people talk the most trash. Smeared. Got people in this area. We got business contacts. well. Look at you. Look what we've done. Interesting. Apartment complex. Let me go take a measures for my screen upstairs. Now, keep in mind, we go back and do what we got to do here. You really can't say that it's anyplace else because you've been in the same spot for almost forever. Me, on the other hand, I've lived in multiple houses already, and I'm about to leave this one and go to another one, which I'm basically buying. But yeah, let me go get this measurement tape so we know exactly what it is. Just give you an idea of what, it's not his unit. We're not doing it. We don't do that kind of stuff over here. But just to give you an idea how bright those units are. There you go. That's how bright the units are. They are very, very bright. As I said before, if you're in a real estate agency, the last thing you want to do is try to sell an apartment that's going to be really, really dark. No one wants to move into a dark apartment. They want something with plenty of light, plenty of windows. That's what people want. That's what they really look like with all the light. That's one of the other units. But I'm not showing you his unit. We don't do that kind of stuff here at the end of the day. But out of the apartment units, yeah, there's different styles. Some have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and so forth. Like any other apartment place you move into, any apartment establishment. But that's how bright they are. So that's not the natural lighting that they're doing in his demonstration. He has that environment darkened to make the screen look somewhat decent. Yeah. That's why we don't like when people do fake demonstrations. When you do fake demonstrations, yeah, it doesn't go well for you. Now, he picked out in my house here that I have a window here. We all know we have a window here. Every time we take down the screen and we put it back up, we change the screen out like 4 or 5 times in this room, there's a window right behind here. Everybody knows that. But my environment is still brighter because, again, the 150-inch screen challenge was never done, and we know it was never done. Even with that lighting in the environment and my screen attached to the ceiling, because I have a screen there and I have a screen there, I can produce on both of these at the same time with no problem. With this amount of light in the environment, which the light we have in here is a light he does not possess in his home, or yes, it'd be his home. In his home, he doesn't possess it. His environment is darker than this. And as for that screen you have in your demonstration tucked away in that little corner, that's where my screen sits at, in a bay of windows. Yours sits in the dark with little lights around it. That's where your screen sits at. So we know there's a window there. I said, as a matter of fact, when I first moved here, I said, we got to put a screen in here because right there, because it's the only place we can put a screen at the time, because I wasn't putting a screen there, because we have a window there. I had a 235.1 here, 135, 235-inch screens, 126, a 100-inch screen, all in this section right here. Matter of fact, 235.1s I had in here, and a couple 150 inches. So anytime I would take the screen out, you would see the window there. Everybody knew it was there, but he tried to make it like a big thing, like I'm hiding ambient light. You're talking about me, an expert in ambient light rejection technology, the one with the 250 in the backyard, which you haven't built yet? Yeah. My environment looks exactly the same way. When you turn the lights on, nothing changes in the environment. Everything is as when I first moved in here. You, on the other hand, your environment doesn't look like this. These are the apartment units. So I know for a fact that you went in and you darkened your environment to make your screen look somewhat acceptable. That is not your real environment. That is an environment called ambient light controlled environment. Next time you want to accuse somebody of basically tampering with their phone or trying to make their images look brighter, be careful how you run your mouth. I could have easily at any given time went in, pulled up your apartment, went in and looked at the apartment units to see how much light the apartments are actually generating, and go in and go, how come your apartment doesn't look like this? Because your screen wouldn't pull up in that environment. Ours would, but yours wouldn't pull up in that environment. That is way too much light for your screen would wash out in that environment. So what does demonstrations really look like in your environment? What do they really look like? Because you can't tell me at the end of the day when you moved into that apartment that it was that dark. No, it wasn't. That apartment generates, these apartments out here have a lot of light. One thing about California and Florida, it's all about the sunlight for them out there. They like to have things bright and well lit. That's why they have those beautiful colors out there, and a tropical look to it all. Yeah, if someone's renting out an apartment, the first thing I say, yeah, it's small, but it's nice, it's cozy, and it has plenty of light. That's the first thing they advertise, plenty of light. Nice and bright, plenty of light, plenty of windows. Because that's what people want. They don't want to walk into a cave and go, ugh. Now, if it's not your thing, you can always darken the environment, make it dark if that's what you want, but that's what they advertise, because that's what people want to see. Something nice, bright, sunlight coming in, maybe a view at the beach, who knows, you know? But again, they do not want to be in a dark environment. That's why literally every apartment you walk into has white walls. So you can add more light to the environment, makes the environment look bigger, brighter. Plenty of windows. That's how I know that when we're looking at your demonstrations, your environment does not look like that 24/7. Your environment, your screen, when you come off camera and you basically turn your environment back the way it should look like this, your screen washes out. That's what the customer picked up, or whoever he was. I don't know who he was who got those pictures. But that's what his environment really looks like. So before you go around accusing people of basically changing settings on their camera, you need to talk about your entire environment where your screen is sitting at. Because there is no way in the world, we got to do a screenshot of this one to your place. There's no way in the world that your apartment's that dark 24/7. No. That's what the units really look like. Let's get back to our screen upstairs, but I wanted to show you that. That's what the units look like for real. And again, people aren't stupid. Anyone who's ever rented an apartment or a house or anything knows that the minute they walk into that establishment, it's nice and bright in there. They know that from the door. You walk into a place and it's dark in there, you're like, oh, no, I'll pass. I'm going someplace else. Sorry about that. That's what makes the sale. At the end of the day, people in the agency are trying to make money. They're trying to rent these units out. You can't rent a unit that looks like a cave, and nobody want to live in there unless you're going to have some. I wouldn't want to meet the people that want to live in a cave at the end of the day. But that's how those units look. Now he can sit there and say, but that's not, it's not your unit. We don't basically do that at the end of the day. But those units are not that dark. I know plenty of people. Matter of fact, I got people in California in the real estate business. And those units don't look that dark. Your unit looks that dark because your screen can't pull up. That's why. You have went in and darkened your environment just to make it look a certain way. And like I said, nothing but lies, smokes and mirrors. We just had that conversation yesterday about ultra short throw smoke and mirrors. That's a perfect example right there. So the question is, what does your environment really look like? 54. That's what? 6 feet. This is the one for the upstairs? 127 inches. That's 138. So 127 inches wide, 54. That'd be 6 feet from the screen. Oh, we got that. We can do that with no problem. Okay, we're going to do 235.1s. But I just wanted to point that out right there real quick. That, yeah. Definitely, he uses a lot of smoke and mirrors in his demonstrations. There's no way in the world that his apartment is that dark. No. You notice that his blinds aren't white. His blinds are black. You know why? Because that cancels out a ton of light that's pushing through. That's why his blinds are all black. I want to be careful we don't post his address. Move out of here. I don't want his address online. And it's not because you consider, oh, he's worried about being sued. Man, you couldn't sue me if your life depended on it. Please. Try to. See what happens. I got so much evidence on you to wish you never see me in court. You don't want to go down that road. You're already going down that road already. So no, you can't sue me for jack. Just like you made them empty threats about removing my YouTube channel. Blah, blah, blah. You ain't doing jack. All that dumb nonsense this man talks at the end of the day. Your place doesn't even look. This is how your apartments look. Are you kidding me? I'm sitting there having this conversation. You can see my screen in the next room, can't you? Yeah. That's unbelievable, man. Your place is literally that dark. You transformed that apartment to that dark. Good gracious. And this is how you trick people. So basically, the smoke and mirrors behind this one is the same like all the other ones we've seen. Pretty much dark environment, high power projector, calibrated projector. That's it. Like all the other ones we've seen. He does the exact same thing. And he charges more for his gray screen paint products than everybody else on eBay. Because he's the most expensive person on there. Everybody else has those at 50s and 40s. He's at 100 something, 100 that. Your product isn't worth that much money at the end of the day. You max shelf paint at the end of the day. I don't know where you're trying to sell your product for that much money and you match the shelf paint. You can't argue that one either. You got caught removing your own videos off YouTube. So right there, that shows right there, guilty. Oh, we got to talk about this. Usually I don't like to talk about these things, man. But yeah, I can't stand when people fake stuff and steal people's money at the end of the day. Now, if I'm going to show my screens off in a fully lit environment, this is the environment we have it in. We have it downstairs in the max out zone, which is much brighter than that. We show our demonstrations up there. We show them outside. We show people what they're actually getting. There is no way in the world I'm going to convert my entire house here into a dark dungeon to try to pull off an image. So you mean to tell me, oh my goodness, there's so much with this guy, so much. You do so much dirt. I always catch you doing something. This is going on the blacklist. Unbelievable. Talk about smoke and mirrors, faking demonstrations. And then the worst of the worst is when he darkens the environment and he has a nerve to put lights in the environment as if basically it's plenty of light when it's light outside the entire time. And this is how bright these units are? Are you kidding me? Good gracious, man. Now, for those who said this is not his exact unit. These are different. These are units, in that area. This is how bright they are. Notice the window where the dinette set is at. 3 windows to the side right here, and you got the living room right over there. Kitchen's right over there. Bathroom and bedroom's gonna be somewhere back there. But we don't care about that. I'm looking at how bright this area is compared to your environment right now. All right, we're done. We're going to get the measurements at 178 for that one to get that one finished and get that done. We'll get that painted and done. We got the formula coming in today, but we won't be doing that until Monday. But we got to dig into this. We got to dig into this right here. This needs to go on the blacklist because this right here, this is beyond smoke and mirrors. I've seen people do some stuff. I mean, usually the people that who advertise or show off these projectors, they're not saying anything different. They just got the projector in the dark, which it should be in a well-lit environment, have the dark. But this is a fellow that's going on and claiming his product to be able to take in light, and then he's saying it's not ambient light projection. He's doing some dirty stuff. And then turn around, your unit is that, captures that much light, and you're in the dark 24/7. You got a nerd to be showing an open door and a window, and your environment gets that bright. Now, for those of you saying, "Oh, that's not possible. This environment doesn't get that bright." Who the freak would rent an apartment that dark? First of all. Second, we got somebody who actually got his place from the inside. When it was lit like this, we gotta hold on. We gotta come back in. All right, I got my measurements from my screen, so at least that's done. I ain't gotta build anything. I'm painting everything to the wall. So we'll be backing on this, but we got to talk about this. We got to. Oh, my goodness. All right, got to go and God bless. I got to